local news, local weather, and local sports. On your side. Channel 2 News at 6 starts now.
As we come on the air tonight, early voting here in Western New York has officially come to a close. Good evening, I'm Claudine Ewing. We are now less than 48 hours away from Election Day. And 2 on your side's Andy Payton has been following early voting for us. He joins us now. Hi, Andy.
Hey there, Claudine. That's right. We're just receiving numbers into our newsroom now for early voter turnout. This year, more than 36,000 Western New Yorkers hit the polls over the last week. This early voting cycle contained 38 polling stations in Erie County and 53 across all 8 counties in Western New York. And despite there not being a presidential or gubernatorial race to draw folks to the polls, thousands of Western New Yorkers, as we just told you, still took advantage of the early window, which has only been available in the state since 2019.
It's a great way to kill it early Sunday morning, waiting for a football game, and the lines aren't as busy, and you get a chance to vote for whoever you want, no matter what district you live in. They'll pull up your ballot.
Now, it's not just the county executive race in Erie County come Tuesday. There are a number of local elections that we have our eyes on, including the supervisor race in the town of Evans, where recently 2 on your side obtained body cam video showing Republican candidate Mike Musillo threatening an officer after becoming aware of a video involving his 12-year-old nephew and the same officer. His Democratic opponent, Ray Ashton, called his behavior unacceptable. Now, we also invite you to join us on Tuesday as 2 on your side will have full coverage of election night from the second the polls end until the final votes are tallied. On your side in the studio, Andy Payton, Channel 2 News.
Andy, thank you. Looking ahead now to the presidential race, the latest New York Times Siena College poll favors a former president beating the current president. This poll looked at 6 swing states that could determine the presidency. It shows Donald Trump leading President Joe Biden in 5 of the states. That could give him the needed electoral college votes to return to the White House. Trump's largest lead was in Nevada, where 52% of the respondents preferred him, to only 41% for Biden. The poll also found that across the 6 battleground states, 59% disapprove of Biden's job performance as president, 71% say he's too old, and 62% say he lacks mental sharpness to be an effective president. Only 38% say Trump is too old to be effective president, and 54% say he has mental sharpness. 2 on your side is your Election Day headquarters, as Andy mentioned, and tonight we are sharing everything you need to know before going to the polls. Just head over to WGRZ.com. You can find the 2 on your side voter guide or scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen, and you can do that right now. Today, Governor Kathy Hochul announced a new campaign to raise awareness about bridge strikes in New York State. That's when semi-trucks, rented moving trucks, or RVs, they hit low bridges or overpasses. It is a problem in Western New York, and Western New Yorkers are very familiar with it, especially with some notorious spots like the Yonge Street Bridge in Tonawanda.
Phones and GPS are great. They tell you how you can get someplace, but they don't take into account the height of your vehicle. You need to know the height of your vehicle and whether it's going to fit under a bridge. Bridge strikes are 100% preventable. Don't rely on your phones. Rely on the signs the DOT puts out to tell you what the clearance is. That's why we put them out there.
New York State Police will have a bridge hit mitigation enforcement detail in place at problem areas through next Saturday. As Buffalo gets ready for the game tonight, the Buffalo Police Athletic League is getting set for a big auction on Thursday. PAL provides recreational, educational, and social programs for young people. Next year, they are looking to enhance the programs that they already provide. The executive director was a guest on the mayor's Talk of the Town radio show.
We don't want waiting lists anymore. We want to be able to have any kid participate in any program at absolutely no cost. And to be able to do that, we need the support from the community.
PAL serves over 20,000 youth every year. The auction is this Thursday, November 9th from 5:30 until 9, and it will be held at the Buffalo Convention Center. Well, tonight we are celebrating Western New York and Miss Barbara School of Dance. The school's founder, Barbara Glover, is celebrating 57 years in the community with a special gala called Grand Finale Part 2 Encore. Family and friends honored Miss Barbara for her legacy in the dance community. There were performances from alumni and special tributes from community leaders.
I'm just overwhelmed, truly overwhelmed. I mean, already I have seen students that I haven't seen in, oh goodness, 30 years. I mean, I just have no words. I mean, really, I don't. I can't believe that this is happening, that, you know, just the thought of, you know, celebrating me and the dance school.
Congratulations. It was a packed house tonight with more than 200 people attending, and it was sold out. Meanwhile, Lockport's Palace Theater was host to a 60th anniversary celebration for Matt's Music School. Thousands of kids in Niagara County have attended the school on Oliver Street, with the founder's children still carrying on the tradition to this very day. And as we continue our countdown to kickoff tonight, a little something extra to look forward to after Sunday Night Football. Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin is sitting down one-on-one in an exclusive interview with the Today Show. He's reflecting on his life nearly a year after his injury on the field as the team returns to Cincinnati. And you can catch that right here on NBC and Channel 2 tomorrow morning on the Today Show. Of course, in just about 2 hours, the Bills will face off against the Bengals in what is expected to be a big game for both teams. Your coverage starts on Channel 2 in the next hour with Football Night in America at 7, followed by kickoff at 8:15. Plus, after the game, stay up late with us for a special edition of Channel 2 News Tonight. Our entire sports team will break down all the best plays. You will hear live reaction from the team, plus much more. Again, our sports director Adam Bonini and NFL insider Vic Carucci will have that for you right after Sunday Night Football. We will all be right here. But for now, everyone is getting ready for kickoff, and Lindsay, your help.
Yes, that's right, Claudine. You're right about that. It's a big game, to say the least, as this long-awaited Bills-Bengals divisional round rematch from last year will finally take place on the biggest stage tonight in that primetime Sunday night slot. And this time around, Buffalo is looking for a much different outcome. That 27-10 Bengals win last January in Highmark Stadium knocked the Bills out of the playoffs and quickly ended their long season. So here's a take from our NFL insider Vic Carucci on what went wrong in that playoff game and the challenges that this dynamic Bengals offense still presents.
The Bills were not at all ready to play that divisional round playoff game. They were, as players described it, a flat team. Cincinnati also matches up very well against the Bills, and I think the quickness of the offense, these are some of the things that I think are constants. Joe Burrow's ability to get the ball out of his hands quickly, those array of receivers that he has, the speed that they have, and how much better they can be against the Bills' defensive backs.
So again, your final reminder that you'll find the game right here on Channel 2 and NBC. Coverage starts at 7 o'clock with Football Night in America, followed by kickoff at 8:20. And as Claudine said, you'll also want to stick around with us after the game for a special edition of Channel 2 News Tonight at 11:30. But for now, on your side in the studio, I'm Lindsay Moppert, Channel 2 Sports.
Hi everybody, I'm Paul here with your forecast. It was a great day today, a little chilly, but we saw plenty of the sun, and the current satellite and radar shows just some cloud cover that's finally starting to move into the area. Future look shows that that is pretty much going to remain that way for the next few hours, but then those clouds finally do move in late tonight, and then we finally have some scattered showers though that are going to be moving into our area midday on Monday, and those are going to linger for a little bit, but this is really what we're keeping an eye on. Monday late afternoon, early evening, we're going to have some more moderate rain moving into the area, and it's going to stick around for pretty much the entire evening. It's going to ease on and off throughout the night, but that rain is going to stick around pretty much for all of the rest of the day on Monday and also Tuesday. This is right for the morning commute. You see that that rain is still lingering. By the time we finally get a little later in the week, we will finally see some clearing. This right here shows Wednesday morning. The clouds and the rain finally do start to dissipate, and we are going to be seeing some clear skies. We're not talking about a major rain event here. Maybe in the next 24 hours or so, about 1/10 of an inch, maybe 2/10 of an inch in some areas. And then as we fast forward through Tuesday, maybe just 1/10 of an inch more in a lot of areas. But that's really it. Right now, we're not really talking about the wind, but as we get into the day on Monday afternoon, it's going to get very, very breezy. And then Monday evening, look at this. We could be seeing wind gusts 40, 45 miles an hour in a lot of portions of western New York. A little less, a little further inland. Ellicottville only 29 miles an hour. But again, hold on to your hat if you're heading outside. The winds will stick around for a portion of Tuesday, but then they will ease up as we get into Wednesday and beyond. As far as temperatures, we're in the mid-40s right now. We're going to dip down to the upper 30s in a lot of locations around western New York. Look, Olean, 32 degrees overnight tonight, so very chilly there, but we're going to bounce back up to the low 60s in a lot of areas, mid-50s and mid to upper 50s in the southern tier for our high temperatures tomorrow. We are a little bit below where we should be this time of year for the daily high temperature, but as we get into the day on Monday, it's going to warm up just a little bit, but then Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be a little bit below average, so a little bit chilly there. Obviously, we're all looking at the Bills game. It's not a home game, but in Cincinnati, we always look at the weather to see how things are going to go. 51 degrees. It's going to be partly cloudy at kickoff and very, very light wind for the game. Tonight in Buffalo, we're getting down to a very chilly 38 degrees, mostly cloudy and light winds here as well. And then Monday, we're going up to that very, very nice 60 degrees, which is several degrees above where we're supposed to be at this time of year. But those winds are going to increase and the rain is going to come through late afternoon into the evening, 49 degrees. Monday into Tuesday. The 7-day forecast again shows that little rain chance here. A lot of the days for this week, the temperatures are supposed to be pretty much where we're supposed to be. I didn't put raindrops in a lot of the forecast right here, but there is a very slight chance of rain pretty much every day in the week, maybe a 20% chance or so for later in the week. So I didn't include it. Depending on where you are, if you do see rain, it's just going to be quick in and out. So nothing too much to write home about. South towns in the southern tier pretty much the same. So it's been a little bit gloomy the past couple of days, and it looks like that is sort of going to continue, but we will at least be seeing a little bit of the sun here and there throughout the next week.